You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, Internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Hey, this is John Preston, Marine Combat Veteran and Pacific Records recording artist. Just reaching out to have you check out our new album, Battle Cry, Songs of America's Heroes, an album featuring phenomenal other combat veteran artists like Scott Brown of the Scooter Brown Band, Ryan Weaver, Rowdy Johnson, just an incredible mix of people. This is all veterans telling our stories and our lives, and we're giving 100% of our proceeds to the Valkyrie Initiative to help veterans and first responders integrate back into society. I myself have battled with post-traumatic stress for many years and lost my own brother, a Marine Corps veteran, to suicide. I ask that you step with us and make this happen. We are in pre-order right now and release on March 17th. Go to iTunes, go to Amazon, buy. We plan on making the charts and making it at a very high level, and your support right now makes a difference. This is the release of my new song, Superman Falls, which is actually about the loss of my own brother, which happened last year, and I would love for everyone to check it out, to listen, and hopefully it'll make a difference in many lives.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-553-8687. That's 800-553-8687. Again, 800-553-8687. 687.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Sometimes riders feel lost, unsure why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing into full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, offering manuscript critiques and line edits through a mentoring editorial style. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services, visit blackwolfeditorial.com.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
Get your free inventor's information. Call 1-800-353-6490. That's 1-800-353-6490. Again, 1-800-353-6490.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, Internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
My name is Jessie. I'm a United States Special Forces widow. This gives me a unique perspective on the world around us. If you're willing to listen, I'll tell you how I see it, and I won't pull any punches. This is my POV, which stands for Point of View.
All right, it's Jessie. How y'all doing out there today? Yes, I'm about to say it. I do miss you when we're not talking. Boy, oh boy. There's actually a lot going on today. There's a lot. And I know I say that all the time. So bear with me, because what would you say if I said a Tinder-like app could be influencing elections? Wait a minute, you think I'm talking about the U.S. elections? No, of course not. Do I ever talk U.S. elections? I mean, really? I am talking about Iranian elections. No, I'm not kidding. I am discussing the elections in Iran. Yes, there is an app running around in Iran that could be changing the election results as we speak. It could be any number of things. And it's kind of interesting to watch it all happen. Now, you have to realize that Iran's elections are somewhat, well, hinky, shall I say. It's more the appearance of elections than it is true elections. Why do I say that? Well, I say that because how many things actually change in Iran based on an election? So, anyway. Not a lot, kids. Not a lot. Now, I got some other news I'm going to share with you first before I get into explaining all this. There's some big stuff happening around the station. As a result, I don't want you trying to find me on Spreaker anymore. Yeah, I tweet out a link where you can go listen, but if you want to communicate with me during my show, you need to go to either tag me in a tweet. Hey, it's a quick way to get a shout out if nothing else. Or go to the KLRNRadio.com chat room. Yes, KLRNRadio.com chat room. And I sent out a link to that tonight in my tweet when I went live, and I am hanging out there. So, because like I said, some of these changes are going to mean I may not be able to communicate with you through Twitter. Now, that's all I can say for now, but let me just tell you one thing. They're huge. Huge changes. But I promise you, they're for the best. They really are. So, like I said, it's been quite an interesting week. I mean, there's a lot going on. And I know I say that all the time. But you're probably wondering why I didn't do a show last night. Well, there was a lot of reasons. Okay, let's see. My military family needed me. I had something come up at the last second. And I was having trouble, to be honest, finding good audio for you. I had managed to get one scratchy, half-baked clip off Iranian TV. And I didn't want to do that to you guys. I mean, do you really want to hear scratchy Iranian news clips? Because I played it, I could barely understand it, I cleaned it up, I listened to it again, I could still just barely make it out. So, like I said, we are changing things up on how we do things at the station. That's what Station Manager Ann's given me an inside peek. I can't tell you the details. No details yet, guys. But all I gotta say is I want you to start joining me in the KLRNRadio.com chat room. And I know you're out there listening. Come on. So, now that I've jabbered away part of my show discussing how you can keep up with me, here's the sound you've all been waiting for. Yes, show prep. Of course I have it. Alright, since I mentioned at the top, let's talk about the Iranian elections and the Tinder-like app. Iranians will be able to learn more about their presidential candidates with a simple swipe of their phone. A California-based NGO that has helped create a Tinder-like app for the Iranian smartphone market to provide unfettered information about the candidates ahead of Friday's national elections. Creators and supporters of the app say it will help Iranian voters make informed choices away from the regime's propaganda machine that controls the flow of information in Iran. United for Iran created an Android app called Sandog 96, Vote 2017 in English, as part of its Iran Hubator app development project. The group seeks to connect civil activists with app developers to build applications for the 40 million smartphone users in Iran. We've seen technological advances transform the global human rights movement, and mobile phone apps have the capacity to enable Iranian citizens to more easily and securely organize, assemble, and express themselves. The Iranian regime is notorious for its strict censorship and extensive use of propaganda to shape perceptions and direct behavior, especially when it comes to voting. Kind of sounds like voting in North Korea to me, kids. You got one choice. You got a choice. But there's only one choice on the ballot. And in North Korea, it's illegal not to vote. But don't worry, you won't be out of the country because guess what? No one's ever out of the country in North Korea. Unless they're a diplomat. And that's a whole other kettle of creatures. Or you're a worker sent away to work in, say, Russia. Yeah. But those are about your only options. Alright, the app sends out unfiltered information to the masses, becoming sort of a sort of loophole in the regime's strict censorship. During Iran's last presidential elections, apps like Telegram were an important tool of communication and voter activation. Our hope is that Vote 2017 will take that a step further and give the average Iranian voter all the tools they need to find the candidates that most reflect their beliefs and have a proven record of living up to their promises. Alright, I don't do U.S. politics, but can we get an app that at least tells us what one of our politicians live up to their promises? Please? The app went live last month and received nearly 1,200 downloads the first week. So that's pretty interesting. Today there are more than 40 million smartphones in Iran and 1 million more are added every month. But the number of human rights apps remains close to zero. We've seen technological advances transform global human rights movement, and mobile phone apps have the capacity to enable Iranian citizens more easily and securely organize and assemble and express themselves. This is why Vote 2017 has the potential to be such a vital tool for the Iranian populace. So, like I said, I think that's a great idea. It's definitely an interesting concept. Oh boy. But the elections in Iran, I gotta admit, kids, they're a little bit loopy. Come on. You've had over 1,000 people. Yes, over 1,000. That put their name in the hat to be on the ballot. And the council narrowed that down to 6 for you. Wasn't like here where we got to pick who went on and who didn't. A council did it for the voters, as if the voters could not make the choice for themselves. Now, let's keep going with Iran. Remember, Iran trades missile and technology with North Korea? Well, that's not the only thing they've been up to. Iran is providing explosive boat technology, unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs, and missile support to Yemen's Houthi militias. And this is from the U.S. Director of National Intelligence, Daniel Coates, as he testified at a Senate Select Committee on Intelligence. The militias are believed to have used an unmanned boat loaded with explosives to attack the Saudi frigate Al Madina off Yemen in late January. The Saudi border guard intercepted a second boat that was approaching a petroleum terminal near the Saudi port city of Jazan 2 months later. Militias have displayed a UAV that resembles the Iranian-made Ababil 2, according to a report by IHS Janes. And for those of you who don't know what Janes is the recognized military source of everything military. Alright. Moving right along. Alright, I need to end the show right now and deal with the problem, folks. I apologize, but there has been a problem that has come up. So, unfortunately, since someone else is demanding my attention, we're going to take a commercial break, and I'm going to see if I can get this sorted out in just a minute. Please bear with me, and I do deeply apologize.
This way comes these times. These are the times that we'll try. They'll try many souls.
Hey folks, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, Dr. Richard Harden. We are on the same mission, which is waking up America. We just have different paths. So stay tuned for some information on how you can keep up with Richard and all his work.
Visit Richard's website at raharden.com. That's the World Wide Web at RAHARDIN.com. At his website, you can see a summary of the 6 books he has written, where purchases may be made. He also has a link to 18 videos on YouTube and several blogs about Christian beliefs. If you prefer, visit Amazon.com/Kindle and type in Richard Harden to see and purchase his books.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps stand ready to defend the American way of life. The few, the proud, the Marines. This way comes these times. These are the times that we'll try. They'll try many souls.
Hey folks, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, Dr. Richard Harden. We are on the same mission, which is waking up America. We just have different paths. So stay tuned for some information on how you can keep up with Richard and all his work.
Visit Richard's website at raharden.com. That's the World Wide Web at RAHARDIN.com. At his website, you can see a summary of the 6 books he has written, where purchases may be made. He also has a link to 18 videos on YouTube and several blogs about Christian beliefs. If you prefer, visit Amazon.com/Kindle and type in Richard Harden to see and purchase his books.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps stand ready to defend the American way of life. The few, the proud, the Marines.